Hi, I'm Ethan Kwan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a prime number checker in Scratch. So what is a prime number checker, and what is a prime number anyway? So a prime number is any number that shares no common factors with any of the numbers before it. So for example, 19 is prime because if you divide by any number below 19, it becomes a decimal. So like, for example, 19 divided by 8, 19 divided by 2, those are all decimals. So how do you calculate if a number is prime? Well, the obvious way is to just test every single number before it, but that's really inefficient. Very. So what do we do? Because of, well, math, we can just check up to the square root of a number. So using the program I'm going to be showing you today, the checking all numbers program took 8.915 seconds, but the square root program took 0.01 seconds. Both of them were calculating whether 68,622,793 was prime. So let's bake this program. So let's start by opening up a text editor, and let's also start by saving our file because that's really important and we need to save our file as an HTML file. So let's just click Command S or Control S and just save it wherever you want. I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder, and I'm going to call it is prime ? Okay, and then I'm just going to save it in that folder because I'm being convenient. And I'm going to call it index.html. Don't forget the .html. That's important. Okay, let's just click save, and okay. So now what we can do is type .html if you're using Sublime Text, and it should autocomplete, but if you're not, just copy whatever is on the screen right now. Just pause the video and copy what's on the screen. Now let's type in a title. So the title could be a prime factor. Prime checker. Okay, so now let's go into the body tag and let's create a script. And it should say script, and then you don't need this type thing, just script. Now let's create a new file, and this is going to be our JavaScript file. So let's just click Control N. No, that's not how you do it. Let's just click Command N or Control N, and let's save this as I don't know. I always have trouble with names. Like main.js. Let's call it code.js. Why not? And save it in the same file, and just click save. Make sure it's .js. Now inside index.html, let's go ahead and inside the script tag, let's just type src equals, and then type in the name of your file, which is code.js in my case. Now inside code.js, let's just test it out by typing alert, and then let's just say like it worked. It's working. Why not? So we're just gonna type it's working, and let's go ahead and run this file. All we have to do is drag our file from the folder into a browser like this, and it should work. Yeah, it's working. Yay! Okay. So great. Now let's get rid of this because we don't need it, and let's set up a few variables. After, why isn't this working? Doop-a-doo. Hello. Okay, there we go. Okay, so inside the code.js file, let's create a new variable, call it, I don't know, I don't know actually. This is the number that we're gonna check for. So, is this number prime or not? So let's call it, this is the number we're gonna check. So how about var value to check? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Value to check. Okay, so now let's just set that equal to -9999 for setup, and then now let's check if this number is negative or not, because the square root operator cannot work if the value put in is negative. So while value to check is less than -1, right? That means while it's less than -1, we're just gonna keep looping, and don't forget to put the brackets. And then the curly black brackets, of course. And inside the while loop, let's say value to check, value to check is equal to, and this is pretty easy, prompt, and this is how you get input from a user. Prompt, and then the brackets, and then let's try enter a number. Enter a number to be checked. Enter a number to check. Why not? Okay, so that's good. Enter a number to check, and I guess we can put a period there as well. Or not. Yeah, I guess the period looks good. Okay. So below the while loop, let's first try this out. So inside the thing, let's try dragging the file back into the browser. So inside is prime index.html. Just drag that in there. Okay, enter a number to check. Now, if this number is negative, it will just keep looping until you enter a positive number. So, yeah. So I'm typing negative numbers, and it's not working. Great. That's good. Yeah. So yeah. And then if I type a positive number, it stops. So under the while loop, let's type, let's say, I don't know, we need to like change the variable, the input, into a rounded square, right? So the square root, we need to first grab the square root of this value that we're putting in. I guess I can do it. No, yeah, let's not do it this fast. Let's just do rounded, just the square root of value first. So the square root of value is equal to math with a capital M. Math with a capital M, capital M-A-T-H, math, hello, yeah, yeah, I'm actually recording this afterwards, so, yeah, so the square root of value is going to be math dot sqrt. This is a voiceover. Math.sqrt, and then inside the brackets, let's do value to check. Yeah, that would work. And then now let's say the rounded version. We're gonna take the ceiling, which rounds it to the nearest whole number upwards. So like 3.9 would go up to 4. So math dot ceil of the square root of value. Alright? Because then like we have to round it, right? Okay. So now let's go ahead and so we need to check well, we need now a for loop. So so for, and oh no, that's not the right one. That one subtracts things. I need the upwards. So for var I equals 0, I is less than things dot length, I plus plus. So for var I equals 0. For var I equals 0. Actually, no, instead of 0, let's put 2, because that's where it should start. I is less than rounded squirt, right? I is less than rounded squirt, I plus plus. I plus plus. Yeah, that should work. Alright, so inside the curly brackets, let's go ahead and let's first go ahead and check if let's create a new variable actually, and this variable is going to be called maybe division, maybe divided value. So divided value, and let's not set an equals. Let's just go ahead and just end it there. And then inside the for loop, let's say divided value is equal to, and then we're just going to say value to check divided by I. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to, let's just add some space. Alright, down here, let's go ahead and check if, and this is how you check if a number has a decimal or not. You basically modulo it, which is this weird symbol. Modulo 1 equals 0. So does this number modulo 1 equal 0? Don't forget the two equals. Now inside the if, let's go ahead and let's just break it, because that means that it was composite, not prime, so we can just ignore it, basically. Now let's create a new variable, call it is prime, because so let's create a new variable, is prime, and let's set it to true at the very beginning. We have high hopes. And inside this if loop, let's just set is prime to false. Pretty simple stuff. So now we can just set it to false in the if loop, and then if statement, and after that, let's just console.log, and let's just log the isPrime variable, just so we can check if it works. So console.log isPrime. Hello, isPrime. Sorry, isPrime, yeah. So now let's go ahead and test it again. So let's enter a number to check. Let's try 1, and then inspect 5 actually, and then inspect, and then yeah, there we go. So that's true. Great. So 5 is prime. All right, let's try a composite number. 6. 6 says false. Great. Another number, 100, 10,000 maybe. False. All right, spam, or maybe, 97. 97 is prime. 20 is not prime. 97 is prime, so let's try that. Also, we can also spam. Yes, 97. 97 is true. Great. And if we spam numbers, false. Yeah, because it ended with a 6. So yeah, that was even. All right, so let's go back to our code. And now what we're going to do is, instead of this, because that's kind of boring, let's comment that out. And let's try, instead of doing that, let's alert is prime. But, well, that's just the same thing. Yeah, now we're alerting is prime instead of console.logging. That's pretty cool, but it's still boring. Let's comment that out. All right. Now let's instead alert. And in this, let's alert a message. So let's say the number, or maybe the number, and then add a plus, so it joins it together. The number, plus value to check, plus, and then space, and then the quote, and then a space, so that there's spaces, is prime. Yeah, is prime. But we don't want it to always say it is prime. We only want it to say it is prime if it actually is prime. So let's grab an if, and then inside the true, let's just put the is prime statement. If is prime, then I am just going to copy all that, copy it, and then paste it inside here. And then we're also going to need an else at the afterwards. So else, and inside here we're just going to say alert the number value check is not prime. Pretty simple stuff. Is not prime. So let's try that out and enter number to check. That is not prime. It says the number 666 is not prime. 27 is not prime. 97 is prime. So let's see if that works. 97 is prime. Great. So it works pretty much, yeah. So now, but that's kind of boring because I kind of wanted to show on the text, like on the screen. So how do we do that? Well, we want to go ahead and let's comment this out because it's kind of boring as well because it's just an alert statement. Okay, so this is how you access an object in HTML. So let's go back to our index.html. Inside the body, above the script, let's go ahead and zoom in. Yeah. And inside the body, above the script, we're just going to go ahead and say, let's create a new thing, hit H1. And inside the H1, let's just go ahead and say ID. No, not in there. Not in the actual tag. ID is equal to prime. Make sure there are quotes. Prime display, right? This is the display for the prime, if it's prime or not. So inside the code, let's just go ahead and say, and this is kind of complicated. This is how you print something to like access HTML in JavaScript. So what you do is we type. What was it again? Wait. It was document dot get element by ID, and then we need 2 brackets, and inside the brackets we're just going to type the thing, prime display, and make sure to put that in quotes. Prime display in quotes. All right, and okay, and now dot inner HTML is equal to, and this is how you alter it. We just put whatever we want in here. So let's say we just go simple and we say is prime. So actually, let's grab this. Inner HTML, the number value check is prime. Okay, but we don't want that. We want this if-else statement. So let me just grab that. Let's just put it down here. And let's just grab this bit of code right here. Put that in the top there. Put this in here. And the else, we're just going to go ahead and put that same thing in there. But instead of is prime, we're just going to say is not prime. Is not prime. Alright. Okay, so now let's test. Enter a number to check. Great. The number 55 is not prime. 97 is prime. Great, so that works. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, so let's go back to the code. I want a step counter. But let's add some faces first, because faces are fun. It's not prime, so I'm going to add a crying face. And if it is prime, then I'm just going to add, yeah, so, yay. Crying face, because it's not prime. And in here, let's just add, I don't know, something funny like, no, not that, that's a bad eye. Yeah, let's add no, not crying face again. No, that doesn't look good either. Yeah, no. That still looks like it's crying. Let's add this face. This face. Sigh face. The sigh face. Alright, let's try that out, because faces always help. Yay! Okay, nice. So now let's add a step counter. But let's also add a little bit of styling, because right now it's just black and boring. So we're just going to go ahead and create a new tag, style. Style, like this. And we're just going to enter. And then now we put H1 and then a curly bracket, like this. And inside these, this will style it. So H1 color, let's change the color of the text. Color can be this hex code that I already got, 4287F5. And that'll be a light blue, or dark blue, kind of. It's like a blue, basically. Yeah, nice. That looks nice. Let's also change the font, because the font is kind of boring right now. So font family is going to be Verdana, I don't know. And also let's change the font size. So the font size can be 300%. Why not? 300%. Let's try that out. Save that, refresh. Yay! Okay, it's huge and it's cute. The text is nice too. Okay, so now let's go ahead and create a new, let's create a counter. So how many steps did it take to calculate this? Let's create a new variable, call it steps, and let's set it to 1 at the very beginning. And then down here, let's just, right after the if, let's just say steps plus. Let's try that out, and we can refresh. Let's type a random number. It's not prime. Let's go to the console, type in steps, see how many that was. 1. Okay, because it was only 1 step. How about 97? 97 is prime, so how many steps did that take? Steps is 9. Okay, nice. So yeah, that's kind of small. So I'm gonna add another document.getElement by ID. But first we're gonna have to go to index.html, add a new thing. Let's do H2 this time. H2, not H1. H2, and let's not forget the greater than symbol. And inside here, we're just gonna do ID is equal to steps display. Steps display. Steps display. That sounds funny. Steps display. Woo! Yeah. So steps display should just be, steps display. So ID is equal to steps display. Nice. Step display, not steps. Okay. now what we're going to do is down here after the if is prime, let's just copy that, paste that. Inside here, let's type let's create a new face first of all. Let's create a weird surprised face because why not? Like that. Okay, so is it prime or not prime? That's not what we want. We want it to be it took. Let's actually grab the brackets first of all because we need brackets, of course. It took, and then close, and then add a space there, and then plus, and then add another steps plus, and then bracket the quotes steps. Oh, you have to add a space. Don't forget to add the space. Yes, don't forget to add the space. To figure out if a number is prime. No, not a number. That's boring. A number is prime or not. That's boring. If, and let's just add another addition. Let's just paste the number in there. If value to check is prime. Is prime. Nice. Or not. Yeah. And then the face, of course. So let's just zoom out here, and let's also add a few extra lines at the bottom so we can actually see it. Like this. Okay. So nice. Now we have a steps counter. So now, let's just add more spaces here. Why not? We need more space. Okay, let's test it out. So, let's try 86. Oops, okay, we made a mistake there. We just need to switch this prime display. Instead of prime display, let's do step display. Step display. Step. Step display. Great. So document.getElementById, step display. Let's try that out. Let's see if that works. Check that out. Oops, no, not. I don't want to add a new tab. Let's just spam a number or 97. Yeah, let's do 97. It took 9 steps to figure out if 97 was prime or not. Now that color looks terrible. So let's go to index.html. Let's just copy whatever we have here. Let's just paste that underneath like this. H2 because we're doing H2. H2 color. Let's change the color. I already have a predefined color already. So this color is going to be hash 639FFF. And then font size can be 200. Why not? 200%. Okay. Let's try that out. Refresh it. 97. Why not? Ooh, that looks much better. Okay. Yeah, nice. So now I want to add a timer to see how long it took for this to complete. So we're going to basically create a timer for how long this took, how long it took to calculate. So above the for loop, right above the for loop, right, maybe there, yeah, maybe, yeah, right here, yeah. Var, let's create a new variable called start. Var start is equal to, and we're going to set it to date dot now, and that will give us the time right now. And after the for loop, let's just do var end equals date dot now. All right, date dot now. All right. So now what we're going to do, oh, don't forget the brackets. So now what we're going to do is we're going to somehow paste this in. So let's not get rid of that. Above the is prime, let's just copy that first of all. Let's just copy the document.getElementById, blah, blah, blah. Let's just paste that up there. And in here, actually, no, let's paste it below. Paste it below, down here. And instead of prime display, we need a new thing. So how are we going to do that? We need, first, let's comment that out. Inside the index.html, let's create an h4, and let's set the ID to time display. ID is equal to time display. Time display. Hello. Yes, time display. Time display. We're going to call it time display because why not? So inside code.js, let's get rid of the comment. prime, instead of prime display, we're just going to type time display, prime time, woo! And we're just going to change the text here to be execution time? Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. Execution time. And actually, we need the quotes. Execution time. Oh, and let's capitalize the first letter, because why not? It looks better. Execution time is, and then we're gonna change in the brackets to the symbol below the tilde, which is very useful for coding these kind of things. So we have to change it, or else it doesn't look good. So execution time, the symbol below the tilde, below the escape. Below the escape key, above the tab key. So execution time, colon, and then we're going to need the dollar sign, and the dollar sign is going to, after the dollar sign, you're going to need curly brackets, and then in there we're going to have end minus start, which is how long it took. So end minus start, and that will give us the time in milliseconds that it took. So to calculate seconds, we need to divide by 1,000, but let's not do that for now. Let's just go ahead and seconds. No, not seconds. Yeah, no, that's not right. Yeah, end minus start, milliseconds. Yeah, that's not right. 0 seconds. Execution time is 0 seconds, which is not that surprising, but whatever. 97 took 0 seconds. Let's grab a large prime number to experiment with. I found this website before. It's a random large prime number generator. It's called bigprimes.org, and you can enter the number of digits. Let's do 10. Grab that, copy there, put it in there. Okay, so it took 10 seconds. That's not right, because I messed up. Yeah, so instead of seconds, we do milliseconds. Okay, let's try that again. Put that in there. 8 milliseconds. Nice. 8 milliseconds. It was faster than before by 2 milliseconds. Yeah. Let's also add seconds. Or, let's do comma, or, and then let's just copy that. Or, end minus start divided by 1,000, which gives you in seconds. And should I add a, no, okay. So let's grab our number again. Yeah, execution time 0 milliseconds or 0 seconds. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. Let's go to our big prime numbers. No, that's not right. Let's go to our big prime numbers, copy that, put that in there. Great, 19 milliseconds or 0.019 seconds. Nice. So, yeah, nice. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, by the way, let's just style the thing while we're at it. Just style the H4. So just type H, not 3, 4, H4. Forget what I typed. Oh, I have a color for this too. Color is going to be, let's see, 7AD, 7FF. And the font size can be 100. Why not? 130, maybe. So H, not H3, H4. And let's check that out, refresh it, enter a random number. Yeah, nice. So the color looks nice. It's all blue, by the way. You can change the colors if you like. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share this channel with others. I'm just going to test it out a few more times. Let's enter a bigger prime number. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share this channel with others. And if you didn't like it, do whatever. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss another video or another coding video or whatever it is. Yeah, so thank you for watching again, and I guess you can watch me experiment with this machine. See ya. Bye. So let's get started by opening up our text editor, and let's first save our file as an HTML file because we need to save it as an HTML file. Oops, no, that's not it. Oops, I made a mistake. Okay, let's try that again. Hi, I'm Ethan Kwan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a prime number checker in Scratch. So what is a prime number checker, and what is a prime number anyway? Hi, I'm Ethan Kwan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a prime number checker in Scratch. So what is a prime number checker, and what is a prime number anyway?